morning, everybody. I thought it was time. We're gonna do this steeped coffee today. This is in a bag. It's already done. It says it's freshly ground and then nitro sealed. The instructions are on the back. Best by, wow, that date is, maybe that's because of the nitro sealing. But there are instructions here, and it's about 8 ounces of hot water. Math. Could also use his scale over here that he uses for his. We'll use his scale. We'll put the other scale under here. And we'll pour ourselves out 8 ounces. First I'm going to fill up a mug and then the chamber here, because we're going to finish out Sappho and Her Beans. Because I was so excited about the delicious taste of Failure, I wanted to give it another shake. I'm pretty sure there's enough in here to do another brew. So we're going to do another brew. I'm pretty excited about that. This was at 15. Mom's texting me right now. I'm going to bring it down a little bit more, get a little bit finer, because it went through kind of quickly, which I guess can be fine. Again, the Rok is an anomaly. It's not a traditional espresso maker. It is all by hand. The flare people have done that to perfection, but again, I've never handled a flare either, so I don't know exactly where it all ends and begins. So I guess we'll find out at some point. We're heating it up over here. I'm going to give myself a larger, let me just use the Butterbell bottom again. Butterbell bottom. And we're gonna heat up the portafilter, and then we're gonna pour some in there and heat that up, and then we're gonna do this steeped. Let's see what this looks like. So nitro sealed, it says. I don't know what that means. I mean, this is a porous bag. This is a bag where water's gonna go through. It smells like really nice coffee. I'm going to put it in there. So that's 5.5 ounces of coffee. Yet it says 5 ounces right here, or 14.2 grams. So it is 5 ounces and some change. We're going to pour it in here first, and then we're going to fill up the portafilter and the reservoir for the Rok as well, and then we'll go from there. Nothing really exciting happened this weekend. My Uncle Chuck and Aunt Pam came up. Well, they were at Mom and Dad's house, so we went down there on Sunday. It was a little bit of a rushed visit, so the things that I talked about that they were going to be bringing up with them from my grandfather's house for us didn't happen. So they left in a bit of a hurry, so they weren't able to do that, which, I mean, it's fine, but it would have been really nice to have had those things on hand now to put them in places, you know, and then I could start with the old 80s and 90s VHS tapes. I can start putting them on the computer and seeing what's on them, you know. It's just, there's just a whole bunch of stuff that I could have started doing, but unfortunately they were in a rush. So they're heading up to Michigan. Aunt Pam's sister is sick, so they're going to see them and visit with them. So that was the main antithesis of the visit, and the visit had been planned, but then the visit had almost been completely postponed, but then the visit was back on and they didn't have any time to get anything into anything. So I don't know how we're going to get that stuff up here. I don't want to drive down all the way to Florida. That might be the only, unless we put everything in the USPS and have it mailed. I don't want that picture, that painting ruined. I can't imagine the amount of insurance you'd have to put on such a thing. I don't even know what it's worth. I don't even know if it's worth anything. It's worth something to me, and I don't want it busted. that's it, you know? That's it, that's the end. So, I'm getting there. So, but yeah, so they weren't able to bring the stuff up in their RV, which is a bummer. It's fine, because like I said, there was some on again, off again, on again shenanigans, because they didn't know if her condition was going to worsen. So, all of that. So, yeah, it's a thing. And unfortunately, they weren't able to bring stuff. So, oh well. We'll have to figure out how we're going to do that, because I really would really like that stuff up here and out of that house. Granddad's doing okay. I won't get into the details of what's been happening, but I mean, he's progressing. Its condition is getting worse, but he is in good enough stead to get in trouble with the nurses. He's going outside to sit outside and not letting the nurses know he's going outside, which, you know, you when you're in end of life care, you kind of want to let the nurses know where you're going. So just because if something were to happen, they would be able to either help you or notify other people. You know what I mean? So yeah, but he's being what he is sometimes, and people think it's hilariously rascal-like, but in truth, it's just being a pain in the ass. All right, so we're going to do some 8 ounces of water here, because that's what they read it in California. 6, 7. Only goes up in increments of 5, apparently. Okay. 8 ounces. So let's see here. Place steeped brew bag. Fill over brew bag. Dunk steeped brew bag for 30 seconds or longer for added strength. Give me a beat. 30 seconds or longer. I mean, it looks like a tea bag that's filled with coffee. It's obviously a larger bag than a normal tea bag, but it is, you know, a type of thing that stuff can go through. And then let brew for 5 minutes. So we're gonna do the 5-minute brew here. We're gonna dunk for about 45 seconds. I don't know why this would make the coffee stronger, I suppose. Maybe it's just getting more of the beans wet faster. I do not know. All right, thank you for your service. For his sake, I will wipe the coffee off, because he will get grossed out, and clean it up a little bit for him, because like I said, he does his, he weighs out his oats and stuff in that thing, and he doesn't. It was either his mother or me running behind him to clean everything up. So back in the day. So, and still today it's me. Today it's me. For the past 20 years, it's me. 22 years, it's me. He does some cleaning, but there is a point where you gotta kind of walk behind him and be like, okay, you're gonna put that there, huh? All right. I mean, the trash can's right here, but you're gonna put that right there. Okay, that's fine. All right. Water in. Warm it up, water in. I don't feel like I have to fill it all the way up. I'm going to anyway. Water in, heat that up. I'm going to need more water. While that steeps, what was that, 5 minutes? Yeah, it was a 5 minutes, so we've still got time. We'll obviously drink. Well, I got to reheat some more water, so we'll obviously drink the coffee in the steeped bag first, and then we'll get some espresso out. I definitely have to look around town for Sappho and Her Beans. This blend in particular, because the The cherries, man, the cherries, the cherries. That's hot. Not like Paris Hilton hot. Fucking hot. I'm kind of excited. I'm hoping that this this steeped bag is nice. I mean, a lot of people like good coffee, but they just don't have the time to do coffee in 5 minutes without any prep work. That's good, I think. So I'm kind of hoping this ends up being okay. I don't know why it wouldn't. I don't think I've ever had steeped coffee before. So, well, I mean, no, I've had steeped coffee. All coffee is basically steeped in one manner or another. I've never had anything like this where it's already in a steeping bag, ready to go. Let's see how much coffee we got left in here. Ooh. Well, quite a bit. Okay, well, we'll use that up. No reason not to use that up. I'm gonna save this for another bag of coffee that I open. No reason not to use that up. I think we'll be fine. We're leaking just a little bit, which makes sense. There's nothing to hold it back, so put that right there so I can release it all in one burst. Okay, 21.6 grams. That's a lot, but it's a lot. Let me back this back down just a little bit more. We'll see what happens. Let's overload it and see what happens. Why not? I'm excited. This is fun. Like I said, some people just don't have time to make coffee. They certainly don't have time to make espresso because espresso can be a 20-minute process. So. Jiggle. Here we go. All right, we'll go for a little longer on the, well, I mean, I guess it basically started at 5 minutes, didn't it? So let's do the 5 minutes then. I'll take this out. We won't squeeze it or anything. We're just gonna let it drain just a little bit. Put it in the sink. Give it a sniff. That's nice smelling. Let's take a taste. I mean, there are no discernible notes. There's no, oh gosh, that's a cherry. Oh gosh, there's some pears. Wow, taste that wild chocolate. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. It's certainly not a bad thing. But there's just no notes to grab onto. I mean, it tastes Folgery, which is not to say that that's a bad thing at all. Without the bitterness. Folgers can be quite bitter because they roast the hell out of it because they're just whatever beans basically, and they get shoved in there. As long as it says Arabica on them, it doesn't matter where it comes from, it just gets shoved in there and then burnt. So it's not as bad as Starbucks. Starbucks plain coffee is terrible. I would put Folgers as like 3 or 4 steps above Starbucks when it comes to the flavor of coffee. Because I can do that because taste is subjective, and that is how my taste settles. I will say that this is not offensive. It is a good cup of morning coffee if that is what you are seeking. If you're looking for complexity, if you're looking for texture, if you're looking for balance, if you're looking for depth, those are words you are probably not going to find here. You are going to find a regular cup of coffee that is 3 steps better than the coffee you will get at a diner where the coffee has been sitting there all day and you're there for lunch. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I like it. I wouldn't seek it out because personally I can do better. There we go. Okay. Personally I can do better, so I don't know why I would seek something like that out. However, It's fine. It's fine. If you want something a little bit more tasty, maybe, than Folgers, because like I said, Folgers can be pretty bitter. If you want something a little bit more tasty, I would probably seek that out, but unfortunately I don't know how much this retails for. It is a California product. Take that as you will. So I don't know how much that would cost price-wise. All right, that's a heaping coffee. We'll smooth it out and probably get rid of the majority of it here. We can get rid of a lot of it. We'll smooth it out and we'll tamp it down. And then we'll fail because there's way too much coffee and it's too fine. So, and I brought it out the other day, but I completely didn't use it. This AeroPress filter makes a wonderful tamping stand for these things because it levels it and then it. It's weird that it sticks on the side. That wasn't wet. I can almost guarantee that wasn't wet. So this probably is going to be too much, but it'll be fun. It'll be fun regardless. You sit there for a minute because you can, right? Because you can. Yeah, you can. It's a big boy. Purge this out in dramatic fashion. It's not dramatic, it's crap. There's still water in there, huh? All right, there we go. Okay. All right, lock it in. Be prepared to be mystified. This is probably not going to work. But I'm excited to try, because trying is fun. There we go. Who thought you could have so much fun with hot water and beans? Okay. Now, as stated, this might not work, which would be sad, because there are a lot of beans in there. But let's just see what happens. This would be worth trying to pre-infuse, I think. Get everything up in there. Push down just a little bit. I don't really even need that damn pressure gauge, do I? I like what I'm feeling almost here. Ooh, okay. All right, that's good. All right, let's see how this goes. I'm not gonna lie. Honestly, I think this is the way it should go every time. A lot of pressure, but still stuff happening. You know what I mean? Because that got up to 7 bars. This is going to get up to, well, I mean, it's not going to be it's not going to be a lot of liquid coming out for what I put in there. Well, maybe so. Okay. 37. Sappho and Her Beans once again. Yeah, that's nice. Actually, I do like that. It smells very sweet, which is nice. And it tastes very sweet. There's so much chocolate and so much tartness that's cherry. It is absolutely delicious. It is so flavorful. It is so fun. I've never gotten one of these coffees to become an espresso that's tasted like this. It is sweet. There is so much cherry element to it. And the chocolate is very shiny. It's a very pronounced chocolate flavor, and it balances out the sweetness. This is good stuff. This Sappho and Her Beans, if you get that exact blend, what did I do with the bag? Did I throw the bag away? Oh, that seems like something I would do. So this is Sappho and Her Beans House Blend, Sumatra and Ethiopia. Bright nuttiness, definitely. Mellow notes of chocolate and cherries, which are enhanced and brightened when you pass it through espresso like this. This is joy. This is a joy to drink for me because it's flavors that appeal to me. Tart cherry, and a chocolate, and then an underhint of nuttiness. But it's just so cherry forward. This is great. Absolutely delicious. Personally, I think it's great. Everybody else's mileage, as always, will vary. But I mean, yeah, even with the little bit more coffee in there, that grind setting seemed perfect. The extraction seemed perfect. I got up to around 7 bars of pressure. It took as long as I felt like it should take. Yeah. I'm not playing around here, folks. This is great. I'm not just saying that because, you know, I mean, who am I appeasing, honestly? That's damn good. I like that. And then there's this, which is also fine. Not nearly as good, but it is fine. It is fine. Wow. That's cool. I'm very happy with that. Everything turned out really well. I was so afraid that it wasn't going to happen because, you know, that's a lot of coffee. Like 12 or 21. It was like 21 grams of coffee in there, you know? I mean, that's a lot of coffee. So, for one of these things, I'm surprised the portafilter took it, and it did. It took it like a champ. I wonder if anybody can tell me, is coffee supposed to stick like this on the tamper? I mean, I guess it could. It might have been static. I don't think so. The tamper was not wet at all before I stuck it in there, so I don't rightly know. I think we're done. Almost. There it comes. All right. Well done. My confidence in the Rok has come back. Look at that. Even, no cracks. Solid. What absolute fun. How exciting. That was great. What a great coffee. That was a great espresso. If I had more of that, I'd try to milk drink it. But that would taste really good in a frothy milk. Nice warm frothy milk. We'll get there someday. Someday I'll have enough coffee to be able to do that with. Let's put that back in there for now. Thank you for watching this morning. I really appreciate it. As the mowers start on our part of the... They'll probably be here tomorrow as well. Usually it takes them 2 days to mow this entire place. So we will come back tomorrow. We'll open up another coffee. We'll give it a try. And in this Columbus Coffee Festival brew box that I've been playing with for the past, I don't know, couple of weeks now, month. About a month now, I think. So we'll keep on going, though. I'm having a good time. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.